What's good, y'all? It's me, Chris, back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing RuPaul and diversity. But before we get into that discussion, I just want to remind you guys that we are on a journey here on this channel to building into 100 subscribers. So if this is your first time watching this video, I'd ask you to please watch it in full. Even go back and watch some of my previous videos to get a feel of who I am and what I like to discuss here on this channel. And if you're already subscribed, welcome back. Let's pop in. We got a lot to talk about. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you guys for bearing with me on last week's video. I know the lighting was super weird, but I had to get the video filmed by a certain time, and the sun was just not on my side. It was not my friend. It was just like, boom, fuck you, I'm here. And it really sucked. It kind of threw off the video, I felt like. And I also had to go back and record clips. I was editing it, and then I had left for the day. I was working, and I had a few thoughts that popped up into my head, and was like, oh no, those are so important. Those brought the whole video together. Those are such connecting points. So I had to go back home and not refilm, but add additional clips to the video. So it may have not been the most visually stimulating with the lighting and the clips that clearly looked at a different time of the day, but the message was still there and points were made. So thank you guys for sticking with me through that. Also, I just started cutting my own hair, so if I seem a little distracted, it's because of that. This is like new to me. I was gonna have that be one of my goals for 2019 mid-year goals. You can see my previous video about that, but I chickened out and was like, oh no, I don't want people to hold me accountable for it. I am kind of nervous about cutting my own hair, so I switched out one of the goals, but I finally have gotten around to it, and this is my second time cutting my hair. I'm doing it to save money, and also because barbershops are not safe for a lot of black gay men, so I just prefer to save my money and work on this. So bear with me while I get my hair situated, packed down. There's been a lot of hot takes and incidents that have transpired from the Emmys this year, so we're going to be basing the conversation around that. So this past Sunday, the Emmys aired, and RuPaul won an Emmy for Outstanding Reality Competition Show for RuPaul's Drag Race. So her and her team went up upon stage and accepted the award. And it's pretty standard for you, after you win your Emmy, to go back to the Emmy press room and answer a couple of questions from the media and the press. So this journalist from Essence magazine, Danielle Young, asked a question about diversity on her show. Here it is, and here's the clip, and we'll discuss afterwards.
Yes. Hey, Ruth. So I have a question for you about the hot button term diversity, because that always gets thrown around.
Yeah.
And we're looking at your team. I don't see a lot of diversity, and I'm curious about how you feel that, especially someone who represents so strongly for the LGBT community,
and
about
the BLT community.
the BLT. But do you feel like it's important for that to be represented behind the scenes as well for a show like yours that's so diverse?
Well, first of all, most of our show is black, gay, and drag queen. So check, and check. But we're pretty diverse. Yes, there are lots of different types of people here. Is it important? Absolutely. Hey, I grew up, I had to fight. I feel like I'm about to quote a movie right now.
All my life I had to
There
fight.
you go. Yeah. No, it wasn't easy getting here. You know what I had to do.
Yeah, work twice as hard.
And some of the things I'm not even going to repeat that I had to do. But I think we got it.
This is real journalism right here, like asking the necessary questions, asking the questions that really matter. Too often the media and press are too consumed with wanting to be friends with celebrity instead of doing their job, instead of investigating things, instead of asking questions. So kudos to Danielle for asking a very pressing and obvious question. RuPaul really just took this question as a joke. Like, she really sit up there and said, I love me some bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Like, girl, if you don't turn off the performative shit for the white gays and just answer this black woman's question seriously, Lord Jesus, like, I don't understand. This is your platform. This is what you've chosen to speak about. Like, you've positioned yourself to be a pillar of the LGBT community. Like, if you didn't want that, you should have just took your check and gone then. She really sat up there and said, well, the host is black, gay, and a drag queen, so check, 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 check. It's like, she didn't hear the question because she was joking about what she had for lunch. She said diversity, bro. She's not talking about you. She's talking about her staff. Stop deflecting and listen. This answer is so sad. Like, it ain't it. RuPaul has really internalized tokenism, like believing that there's some type of value in being the only black or black gay person in the room, like as if hiring that one person is enough to represent the whole entire community. Like, it sucks. And people really think that they find some type of joy in being like this respectable homo, as if like, yeah, I'm not like the others. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, come here. Come here. You're still a faggot. You're still gay. They will see you just as that. A win for you is not a win for the rest of us. It's very clear that RuPaul gets a kick out being the only black gay man in the room. It's very prevalent on her show. Like, to this day, she's never shared the judging panel with another fellow drag queen. Now, she has had other black gay men on the judging panel, including even having Todrick Hall as a permanent judge on a few seasons, but we all know how much Todrick Hall gets a kick out of white approval, so I don't really know too much about that. But it's so weird to me because Ru has so much power and influence. Like, she knows what it's like to be one of the few. She knows what it's like to be black and gay and want to establish herself in the entertainment industry. So why not create spaces for black LGBT people to create and flourish in? Like, it really don't mean much having only on-camera representation for black people, because you got the people behind the scenes who are white who can't relate. They can't grasp the identity of what it is to be black, so they get depicted in these very narrow manners of being the villain and angry and loud and sassy. And it's not to say that like black LGBT people don't exist as that, but there's a spectrum and there's a range. And the fact that like many black queens have gone on the show and said that they weren't satisfied as to like how they were depicted, and clearly it shows because her production crew is white. They don't know how to represent black people. So it don't mean much to have black drag queens on the show, black winners, even though all that stuff has been critiqued clearly because the people telling these stories are not reflective of the people who are on camera. The best part of that clip was him looking back at his staff and saying,
we're pretty diverse. Yes, there are lots of different types of people here.
Y'all, that part took me the fuck out. I was dying laughing. Like, he knew there was no black people up on that stage. I don't know if he was like hoping that one of his white counterparts was going to bring up a black PA or something like that in the meantime, but it was nobody but a sea of whiteness. And I think what he really meant was, yeah, there's lots of different types of white people here. And then he ended with some Color Purple quote, like talking about struggle, and like Ross Matthews had to remind him of what movie it is. Like, get the fuck out of here! You trying to nigger it up over here? Like, bro, you are transparent. We can see you. Your slip is showing. Just say that you're here for the check and go. Like, there's no need for you to stand on the buzzwords of inclusion and diversity if you're not gonna be about it. Like, RuPaul been giving me serious Charlemagne the God vibes lately, and this is the same critique that Jay-Z had. Like, fine, if you want the money and be a capitalist, cool, but don't sit up here and try to wrap that shit in social issues and talking about that you're here for the betterment of black people and marginalized people, and we really just here for a check. Like, nah, we see through that shit and just say it and stand out of our way so that way we can make room for the people who are for the betterment of black people, okay? Myself included. I'm here. What's good? What's poppin'? But that's all the thoughts I have for this video. Did you guys hear the speech? What did you guys think about it? Did you guys watch the Emmys? I didn't get a chance to watch the Emmys. I was out minding my black business, doing what I need to do, but I was able to watch a few of the clips online, and this was one of them that stood out to me. So leave your comments below. If you like this video, please thumbs up. If you also like this video, please subscribe to my channel and be a part of the Crispy Noah family, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.